Reconciliation to me is about building relations between Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and non-Indigenous people in Australia. It's about sharing our country, our history together.
We all can play that role in reconciling with each other, and it means going forward together, I think, understanding our shared history, coming to terms with our shared history and the truth about our shared history, and working together to go forward together in a positive manner so that we all benefit as Australians.
Reconciliation will have occurred when Aboriginal and non-Indigenous people have an equal conversation on an equal basis, and their histories and their cultures are equally respected at a sort of level. And I do think that in order for that to happen, Australia's history, the history of the dispossession of the settlement, needs to be acknowledged.
As Christians, we are called to reconcile ourselves to God through Christ. And to do that, I think the thing that we have to do is to love one another even as He has loved us. It's my call. Sometimes that's hard to do. But if we are not reconciled with, say, another cultural group, or if we're not reconciled black to white, if you like, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander to the rest of Australia, then how are we actually fulfilling that call? And I think we've got to move closer and closer to that call as best we can as human, but always with God's help, always.
I suppose the statement I use quite often is from Leela Watson. She credits it to the activist group Brisbane Blacks, but it's if you're here to save me, then you're wasting my time. But if your liberation is entwined and caught up with mine, then let's walk together. And to me, that's the first steps, which will get us to reconciliation.
Reconciliation is important to help build bridges between Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and non-Indigenous people. As Christians, God calls us to a ministry of reconciliation. And I believe that through building relations with one another, we're able to accept each other for who we are.
Where Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are included within all areas of our organisation. When they come here, they feel safe, that they feel included, that they are genuine, that authenticity of, really wanting them to be here, not, we've just got to do this to tick a box. Really looking at the history and looking at where Anglicare can maybe play a role in healing the wounds of the past. Having really, really good relationships, trusted relationships that's built on mutual respect. I think they're some of the key ingredients to getting there.
From an Aboriginal point of view, a lot of the conflict and grief is about land. And I think that if every piece of land was stolen from the Aboriginal people, like this bit stolen from the Aboriginal people, and the Anglican Church owns a vast amount of land, really, and if every congregation on every bit of, or every person on every block of land says, acknowledges that this land was stolen from the Aboriginal people and makes some attempt to understand the history of the place, that would be reconciliation,
Well, my vision would be that, my ultimate vision would be that the churches would be full of people, but people of all different races and colours, but also full of Aboriginals and Torres Strait Islanders.